Describe the flat to me, sir.
It wasn't perfect order, so it was there was a living room and a bedroom. It was a bed-sit flat, so they were the same room, a separate bathroom and a separate kitchen.
Very good. And the rent was £384 per month plus bills?
That's correct.
In terms of the rent for the year July 2016, when he moved in, July, and the next year, July 2017, in that year, were you satisfied that the rent was being paid and roughly on time by the local authority?
I was.
Were there any problems at all that you noted until January 2017?
I had not checked the room until that time. But having gone in January, yes, there were problems.
It wasn't until January that you went in, had a look, and you went into his bedroom?
Yes.
In that short hold tenancy that you gave him, that he signed, where does it give you permission to go into the property at any time without notice?
The complaints from other tenants in the house that there was a problem with a smell. And I went to check the house and checked the flat because having traced the smell up the staircase, it was so bad I wondered if somebody might have died in the flat.
Thank you, sir.
It was so bad.
So you went in January. What happened? What did you see?
It was difficult to get up the staircase without treading on detritus. Bags of food which had been bought and never opened or used. Rubbish, absolutely. It was like a dustbin thrown onto the staircase alone, and the photographs will illustrate that.
When you got into the bedroom, before we see the photograph, if you don't mind, sir, can you do your best to describe what you saw in that January?
Absolute, total chaos.
Let's have a look. Thank you very much. Looks like a literal bomb's hit it. What were you doing?
I'm not proud of it. I will freely admit, obviously you can say I let myself go. I was going through a very, very bad time, and I don't mind saying this, I did suffer from depression around that time. Because of that, I was becoming more complacent, I was becoming lazy, and I wasn't looking after myself or caring, as demonstrated there. And not because I didn't want to, but just because my depression was that bad because it was quite a bad period of time.
It got on top of you. The strange thing is, in all of that on the left, there's a Hoover. Why didn't you choose to evict him at that stage?
I contacted Callum eventually, and I said, Callum, you really, really, really have to tidy up your flat. You have 7 days to do it. If you do not, I will call environmental health, and you will probably be evicted. Callum was very responsive to that and said he would sort that out immediately and it would not be a problem in the future.
You took him at his word?
Yeah.
What did you do, sir?
I did tidy the flat.
Did you check it, sir?
I did not. I had trusted Callum, having been given the warning, that he had to sort it out himself.
I'm going to trust him that he must have done some things to make it better, because the complaints certainly about the smell disappeared.
They did.
The month before the end of the tenancy, you have cause to go back to the flat, correct?
Indeed.
And what did you discover?
A mess equal, if not worse, than the previous mess I had found in the January.
Now, let's see what the state of the flat was 5 months later. Now, the Hoover has certainly moved. In January, you'd got your act together when Barry had warned you. By the time June comes around, why had it got to that state, sir?
To be quite honest, that was out of pure laziness. It's not something I'm proud of. In my kind of defence, once this had been discovered, and once obviously, you know, Barry said, look, what's going on? I did actually, because of how bad it was, I still tidied it again.
Why did you not at that stage give him any warning of eviction?
I was able to contact a third party who guaranteed to help Callum to go through the flat completely with him for a weekend and to tidy it up back to the condition it was in when he moved in.
Said to you, clean the place up, a third party's going to help. Did you clean the place up?
Yes.
Did you check it?
I did after it had been done.
Was it all right?
It was habitable.
Don't be stupid. Stay and watch the best Judge Rinder moments. And I'm talking. Understood? Don't be a moron. Subscribe to Judge Rinder YouTube channel. Right now. That's an order.